Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 156, and we're recording on September 13th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord to be a part of the nation. All right, no announcements this week, so we're just going to go straight into part one of episode 156. We're going to talk about 4 big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. Boom. All right, the first song we're talking about, it came out on Wednesday, September 8th. It is Purple Kiss with Zombie. So their company is RBW, debuted this year in 2021. I think you pronounce it Ponzania is how they said it in the song, and they have 0 music show wins so far. But we are talking about Zombie today. You know,
Zombie.
I'm going to go right ahead. Favorite song of the week for me.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, I straight up.
Okay.
I came into this with very little expectation.
Right.
For rookie groups, you know, I set the bar pretty low. I just want to see what you got. Don't pull a Lightsome, though. Throwing some shade already. That being said, I know that the zombie beep, 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 that part's a little repetitive. I understand that. And I have some issues with the song. But out of the 4 songs this week, I don't know, I jammed the most to this one. And I listened to it the most, I would say.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I was having a good time.
How do you feel about that, Anita? Do you agree with the lad or do you disagree with his takes?
I actually kind of agree. The thing is, first listen was like, oh, okay, this is pretty nice. Nothing like amazing, like shocking, you know, trend setting. But I did feel it was very catchy and definitely more memorable than their debut for me.
100%.
I agree with that.
There's more. I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of improvement here. Where like, okay, yes, I definitely remember this. I remember more of the members in their parts. Also, there's like very cute sounds throughout the song that I thought were really fun. Do you know what I mean? There's like they do like the zombie and then they go like B. I like it. I like that part. So yeah, I think it's catchy. It's nice.
You know, they call me Nancy over here. They call me the
Warren.
negative Nancy. You know what? I'm not very negative about this track, though. I think there was a lot to enjoy about it. I do think you have to overlook a couple things in order to enjoy it. That chorus, to me, not liking it.
What? That's the best part. What?
B. Nah. It ain't working. Get out of here.
Well, okay.
Didn't like it. Give me a real chorus.
We have qualms with different parts then. Like,
Well, what did you dislike?
I really disliked the pre-chorus and the bridge.
I like the pre-chorus.
No, the pre-chorus ruins the whole momentum, in my opinion.
You know what? I think that was one of the best vocal performance moments.
What?
Oh, Hyuna was cool too. I like the.
All right.
Hyuna.
I looked up her name. Chaeyin is the girl in blonde. I liked her voice a lot. Like, bringing a unique flavor to this party.
All right, well, I thought Nagoon did really well. Who's
Yes.
main vocal.
I think she did good too.
She's main vocal. Essentially, she's the center now because she's like always in the center. They show her a lot on the screen. You remember back in the day when she was versing Yuri for main vocal slots on Produce 40 and she always lost? Feel kind of bad about that.
I wanted her to win.
That being said, I think she's in the perfect company now. I don't know. I don't know if she was in that company then. I don't remember, but she's in RBW. Her voice is like, it sounds like an RBW voice to me, if that makes any sense. I feel like I feel like her vocal performance sounds a little bit Mamamoo-ish. I'm not saying it's exactly like it, but same kind of power vocal delivery is what I'm saying.
The thing is, I'm usually not a fan of the way RBW does things most of the time. The way they deliver melodies, the way the melodies are written. Mr. Kim Do-hoon, who is the main producer behind all of the RBW creative outputs, is also a producer on this track. And my overall takeaway with the chorus and the top line was that feels a little dated. Feels a little.
I did feel that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, overall, it did feel like a nice disco-inspired track with a nice modern finish. A couple things that I didn't like about it, but I think I could jam to this. I could, shake my butt if I wanted to. Like,
I wouldn't skip it. How about
I
like
wouldn't skip it either. Just
I also like the zombie themed choreo they had at some
Oh
point.
yeah.
oh yeah,
I thought it fit the song. I thought whoever did the choreo was smart. Like they used kind of the zombie theme in it, and
That was pretty cool.
we're like a month and a half away from Halloween. Kind of
Oh,
fits
yeah.
the season
yeah.
a little bit.
Speaking of which, the whole thing near the end, they were spelling out words that begin with B.
Yeah.
Was it only me, or was beef spelled with a BEAF?
Was it? Okay.
know.
Okay. There
That's
was
what
a
I
weird.
thought.
There was a weird B word, and I think that I kind of saw that too.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, beast, beautiful." I actually don't. I'm trying to find it again because I wrote it in my notes. Okay, beef. If you look in the music video to, I found it and I scrolled away. It's like 217 or something like that. It's beef with the A apparently. That annoys me a little more than it should. I don't know why.
Dang it,
I'm
didn't
sorry.
spell check.
Use Grammarly, guys. This episode of SojuTalk
It's not.
is brought to you by. No, it's not.
Overall, Purple Kiss feels more like a traditional girl group than Mamamoo ever did.
Yeah.
And that's the way they're marketing them. I think it's an interesting trajectory for them right now. There's a lot of rookie girl groups right now. Like it's gonna be a little bit tough, but I think that their vocal aspect is pretty strong in this group. So we'll have to see what happens to them, right?
We'll see. We're off to a decent start.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the second song. We have Hyuna and Dawn, the couple song. They came out as Ping Pong. They're now in P Nation. Hyuna debuted back in 2007 with that's a long time ago, with Wonder Girls. Dawn 2016 with Pentagon. Their last songs were Good Girl / I'm Not Cool for Hyuna and Dawn Diddy Dawn for Dawn. And then Hyuna has 4 music show wins as a solo artist.
Yeah.
This one was as advertised. Like,
Yeah.
if you told me what a Hyuna Dawn track was gonna be like in 2021, felt like this was the song, right?
It is.
Warren got a look on his face right now.
What is that?
Here's the
look?
thing. When I was moving to New York, that's about when Hyuna did her first thing with P Nation. And then around then, Dawn also did his first thing with P Nation. They were fine songs. I don't remember what I said about them, but in hindsight, they were awfully a lot better than what we have right now.
Oh.
This
Okay.
feels creatively defunct. It feels like it feels honestly like they were like told they need to drop a song together, so they were like, all right, let's just use one of those tracks we didn't use for the previous comebacks, which are already awful, by the way, and just recycle those. What kind of what is that? Come on, like put some effort into this. This is like poor songwriting is what I'm getting at, honestly, at the end of the day. The only thing that like stood out to me is like the key change at the second half of the chorus where they go a little higher. That part. And that's like, I mean, I guess I pay attention to that because I pay attention to those things. Doug probably was like, yeah, that thing kind of happened. I don't remember.
Exactly.
One of them looked like she had blueberry hair. The other one looked like he was a mad scientist.
They must have spent all the wardrobe budget on Hyuna because Dawn got a fishing net at one point. He's wearing BDSM straps at another point.
No, he was wearing some Celine.
He was wearing some Celine. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the hottest brand of the days.
He got a little shafted on some of these wardrobes though. Like, goddamn, I felt a little bad. Like, it's a little rough out there for him. He's like shirtless at one point. Essentially, he's in his boxers at one point. Like, they're just like
boxers.
I don't know what it was. He looked like it was almost boxing trunks a little bit. Yeah, I think a lot of people, like, I saw a lot of people in various comment sections writing, this is more about the spectacle than the song. If you're saying that kind of thing, though, that's not a good sign, you know? Like, I don't know.
No.
It's just like, if you like this type of music, you probably will enjoy this song. And I think everyone else is just like, as expected, the Hyuna Dawn song sounds like the Hyuna Dawn song. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, though, because,
Here's the thing, right? Here's where I'm a little sad. Hyuna and Dawn are pretty much the first active idol couple that are active together at this point.
Yeah.
Imagine if instead of this, we got Troublemaker 2.0.
Ooh.
You know?
You mean
they
like
were-
leaning towards that vibe or that sound?
I don't know. Something good is what I'm saying. Not something bad is all I'm saying. Like something where they can play off the fact that they're a couple a lot better than what we have as a generic EDM track with some lyrics that hint at, oh, we're ping-ponging each other because we're a couple. They had a lot of potential and they just threw it all away because it's easy to just ignore all that. Like, come on. You know? Does that kind of make sense?
I see what you mean, because I do feel like there was that expectation since they are a couple and they could do something Troublemaker like. But I also feel like I kind of saw this coming, and I don't know how else they could have done it because of how they've done their solo stuff. I kind of see that reflected in this, but like 10 times even more in this collaboration they did together. So I feel like I get it. I don't think it's necessarily like great, but I don't know how else they could have collaborated together.
I mean,
Well,
here's the
makes
thing.
sense.
Like, you guys are talking about this as if Hyuna has been doing one kind of music for the 14 years of her entire career, and that's totally not true. She's done dance pop,
Right,
she's
yeah.
electronica, she's done hip hop, she's done trap, so many different things. And suddenly we're just doing dated EDM music from like 4 or 5 years ago, apparently, and that's the only thing she can do. I don't know. Like she can do so much more. Hyuna's like one of the greatest talents of the entire industry, and it's being thrown away into this kind of garbage.
That's a bit rough.
I'm just putting it as it is,
I
man.
did want to give a shout out to that. I do feel like I hope they can do more stuff and maybe in a different direction, maybe sound wise. But I do like the energy here because they are both really great dancers.
I agree with
and
that.
that's something that I really enjoyed watching them because I feel like they can keep up with each other. And like nothing needs to be shifted or changed between one of them in the choreo because they can pull it off together at the same time. And I really enjoyed that, the performance aspect. But yeah.
This song, it sounds like a sequel to I'm Not Cool, essentially, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Dawn Diddy Dawn had like some interesting things going on. Like the Jessie feature was really cool. The Hey Dawn, what's going on? That was kind of interesting.
right.
People like that. That was special. This one just sounds like another Hyuna. Like the producer had a bunch of different beats of this similar type of music. And he's like, we already did the I'm Not Cool beat. Let's do the ping pong beat now. You know, that's what it kind of felt like.
Yeah, I'm looking at her discography. She's done a lot of interesting things, and suddenly we're trapping ourselves and doing. I think choreography wise, and visually wise, I do think it's a spectacle. I do think it's very interesting to watch, and there's a lot, and the energy is definitely felt when I'm watching the music video, and I'm also feeling the energy when I'm listening to the song too. It's just energy feels uncontrolled and it's going in the wrong directions, if anything. Yeah. I don't have
right.
anything positive to say about this one other than that.
Let's move on to the biggest spectacle of the week, right? Probably
boy.
one of the most anticipated releases of 2021. We have Blackpink's Lisa with her solo debut, Lalisa. So she is from YG, debuted in 2016 with Blackpink. Last 3 songs with Blackpink were Lovesick Girls, Ice Cream, How You Like That.
Oh, boy.
Blackpink as a group has 43 music show wins. This had 800,000 pre-order album sales. And
My
Lalisa
God.
topped iTunes song charts in 60 countries.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
We did a bit of a listening stream on the day this came out on Friday.
If you
Okay.
were there, you were there.
Let me preface this by saying that we have a channel on our Discord where people rate each song that comes out, right?
Right. Song polls.
This is the worst received track in the history of our poll, which has been going on for the last
Really?
year and a year and a half.
Wow.
This had the most heralds, which is the lowest tier. We changed it to the poo-poo ass emoji now, but it's the equivalent. This had the most by far. I think
did not
this
know
one had
this.
like 11 or 12. The second place worst received had like 2.
14.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not think
I don't think this is a horrendous song, right? Like I just think that I was disappointed based on the expectations going in. I had certain expectations. I guess like I wanted something at least at the level of Rose's solo stuff because I thought that Jennie's was clearly the best so far.
Right.
And I thought Rose's was all right. I don't think it was like the best thing in the world. I was expecting something that was like, all right, this is pretty good, you know? But I don't know. This one just didn't hit for me.
Yeah. It didn't. I'll say this. I feel like it didn't do much, to be honest. It felt very underwhelming or just whelming. I don't even know what the word would be, because I feel like neither visually, so like choreo or like concept, nor song wise, in my opinion, was it very interesting or very, I don't know, eye catching, memorable. And it's kind of, I don't know, it is disappointing because you do know what she is capable of, but it just doesn't, it's not reflected in this at all.
Right. Well, that's the question I'm going to raise, right? Like, I'm sitting on this track for a couple of days, right?
Yes.
The question going into the track has been, is Lisa able to carry an entire solo track by herself and still pull it off? And now we don't know the answers to that question. And we don't know if that's because if she can't, or it also might be because the material she was given was not good. Because going off of what you said, it doesn't feel like the track does anything to accentuate her dance abilities, her rap abilities, her vocal abilities. It's just kind of mushed into a little, a pile of goop, and it's just sitting in your tray. Does that kind of make sense? It's like I'm not tasting any of the pasta. It's all chopped up and it tastes like kanji for some reason. That's a horrible analogy. Here's the thing, right? You have this. Well, okay, I saw the credits before the track released a couple weeks ago. Becca Boom, 24, Teddy, and I was like, okay,
Teddy.
I hope we don't get a standard one of those tracks. And one of the key reasons I feel like On the Ground stood out a little bit from the typical Blackpink music is because different people worked on it.
Yep, it was very poppy. Yeah.
It was very poppy, especially in an American sense. And one of my driving arguments over the course of this entire podcast has been Teddy needs a refresher. He's creatively defunct, or he's just not putting in any effort at this point. Because it feels like he's going through the motions of doing things he has done last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago at this point. We're almost a decade in, boys and girls. Like, this is not something I expect when I listen to K-pop from 2021 or watch a music video, for that matter. During the stream, I put it out several moments where I was like, this feels like it's from Gangnam Style era,
The set,
the set designs. Like, I mean, I guess some people might like it. There were some points like she's in the little Hong Kong-ish alley, like.
Oh,
I like the tie outfit.
Cool.
I like
the tie part was cool too.
Okay, let's talk about that part, because now that I listen to it more, that part is the most interesting and like refreshing, because it switches up quite a bit and it is a bit jarring, but it felt like, oh, this is the most interesting because it's unique to her and her identity as well visually. So I don't know. I feel like we could have done a little bit more in that route, and I kind of wish there had been more in that route, but it switches right back. Like, there's not even a really great transition. It just switches right back.
The main things I've been seeing, number one, sort of like what you're saying, a lot of people saying it's a bunch of songs thrown together that don't really feel cohesive. I kind of feel that. Other people were saying that one of the biggest things was the English rap lyrics. A lot of people were ragging on them from what I was seeing.
Yeah, a little rough.
A little bit rough there.
You guys finally know how I feel. How it feels to be native Korean. You guys are finally on my page.
And then I think the biggest, so I want everyone to be clear. We like Lisa. We just want more. Our whole discussion here is not saying Lisa's not a good solo artist. Our whole thing is, why don't we give something good to Lisa so she can show us her power? That's the whole argument we're trying to make here. But I think it's a bad sign when a lot of the comment sections and a lot of the response to the song is people saying that this is an overarching issue with YG and the music that Blackpink is given as a whole, right? That's the big thing. And when you're talking about that, instead of talking about how cool Lisa is, there's a big problem there, right? I think that's a huge problem.
the thing, this goes back to how I feel about YG in general and Blackpink in general. Like they have, everyone knows they're very talented. They have so much potential. They are great dancers, great performers, great vocalists slash rappers, depending on what position you have, or both in the case of Jennie. And so many times we come back and we're like, yeah, that song was just, or we're like, oh, we felt like we've heard this before, or like, oh, it's the same equation, same formula from the last comeback or 2 comebacks ago, or something like that. And now I'm even more worried for Jisoo's comeback, because that's apparently coming next.
Yeah.
And if you look at the overall Blackpink discography, she's the one being thrown under the bus every comeback, because they give her parts that I don't think is appropriate for her vocal tone. And now we have proof that Teddy's just gonna go through the motions of just he's like a little 8-year-old boy cleaning up his room because his mom told him to do that. That's what I feel like.
Chores.
Right. It feels like he's doing chores because he's got to do them. Now, if he just throws Jisoo under the bus again, that's gonna look awful. Like she incredible. She has so much talent. Same with Lisa. Same with these other people.
Yeah.
Please.
I think in terms of the underutilization is like, so when everyone thinks about Lisa, what is Lisa good at? Everyone probably say dancing
She's
one,
great dancer.
and then probably pretty good K-pop female rapper is number 2.
Pretty good. One of the best.
Fair, especially number 1, the dancing. There was not that much intricate choreography here. There was no dance break at the end, at least to do something there. No really big performance aspect at the end. And then the rap stuff, we got a lot of people making fun of the weird lyrics we got. It's like we didn't show off her 2 best things, right? In the best light, and I think that's the shame here. Are we good talking about this? Warren looks a little pissed off today.
He looks a little.
Did you eat a lot of salt today, man?
Apparently, I am living in the salt mines.
You've been living in there for the last 3 months. Let's be fair.
I've liked some of the tracks.
Okay, let's move on to the final song this week. Came out today on Monday, September 13th. It is ATEEZ Deja Vu. They are from KQ, debut 2018. Last 3 songs were Fireworks, I'm the One, Inception, and Answer. And they have 5 music show in so far. They also made a stop on Kingdom more recently.
Yes.
So that is ATEEZ.
Wait, you know what? You've called me out for being a salty person in the salt mines the past 3 months. I actually like this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was nice. It was one of the nicer attempts to do like slow tempo trap. I'm a sexy man. Look at my leather pants kind of music. I thought that was nice. I feel like the production was clear. Everyone did a nice job. The rap was pretty clean. It's a lot better than what I saw from them like years ago, right? Like, because remember like back when they were doing Wonderland and stuff, that was me just now with Lisa. I was ripping them a new one. Now I just feel like this was good performances from everybody. Like the mix is kind of inconsistent with the bass, but I can't complain. I feel like the choreo is pretty good too. I mean, I'm not the choreo person. What do you feel, Anita? How do you feel about that?
It's interesting you bring it up because for me, this sound, as you mentioned, is the most different from ATEEZ.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
From their debut till now. I feel like this is the one that departs the most.
There's no pirates.
There's no pirates.
No.
There's still a little reference to their lore, but we can go back on that a little bit. But I do feel like there was this sense as I was listening to the song, as I was watching the choreo, that I feel like I have heard this before. I have seen this style before, like a different variation of it. And the thing that came to mind was like something along the lines of EXO's Love Shot. And I feel like I wasn't a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of this either. And I don't know. I feel like it felt a little one note, like not super interesting, like melody wise. I do feel like it's very clean. Choreo is super clean because they're very great performers. But I don't know if it felt like we were focusing a lot more on like the vibe and not quite like doing something like super. I don't know. I feel like ATEEZ is very well known for like their really powerful performances and like very dramatic stuff in their performances. I didn't quite see that here.
I feel like I kind of liked it though, because like it didn't. Because honestly, like when they were going all out, so powerful and all that, I was like, I feel like they're too much, over the top a little bit here, you know.
Okay.
Too
Yeah,
much
but
Serrano pepper over here. You know?
that was their calling card separator though, relative to everyone else.
I guess so, but at the same time, now that they're now that they're holding it back a little bit, I feel like it's a good solid holding back rather than this is all I can do holding
I
back.
feel like they could be a medium, you know, like maybe not full on out, but not quite down
Yeah.
like this.
I guess okay, so that's an interesting point because I see a lot of people in comment section saying like they've lost the bombastic like element of their game. I also saw a couple people comparing where they are now sort of to like a Monster X, where it feels like the hype train has peaked, like not peaked but plateaued a little in terms of the hype coming in. I think ATEEZ really suffered from COVID in terms of
Yeah,
live
they had a
performances and
concert
Western
tour.
exposure because like they're set up to be good in the West. Like
Yeah.
that is they're set up to do well, and they just haven't been able to get out here. Obviously, I don't think it's helped them in that regard because I think that they're as y'all remember when I went back to KCON, ATEEZ was the star act that day for sure.
Right,
in that building. Overall, for me, something about the song I do like. It's definitely more funky and groovier than anything they've done in their whole time. But I just felt like it's missing like the gravity and the stakes that their music used to have for me. Like I don't know, that's all I'm missing. Because when I used to think of ATEEZ, I thought like powerful performance in your face, like we just gonna do it, you know.
That's fair.
Anita, though, the overall arching ATEEZ storyline, how are you feeling right now as an ATEEZ fan?
Well, like I said, this is quite the departure from their original sound, and I guess I grew to really like their original sound and how intense it got, because I mean, it got you hyped.
Bro, like
and
Holla
now
Holla
we're
Save My Name era.
exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh my
But,
goodness.
I mean, it's cool that they're trying different things. Will it always stick with the fans, the audience? I don't know. It's a gamble. I do like that they're sticking with a lot of their lore. Like at the end of the music video, they're still referencing like stuff they did back in their debut stage. So like the man in the fedora hat and like some sort of time traveling storyline that's going on with their music videos. It's very interesting. I like that they haven't forgotten, because sometimes when lore is introduced, it just kind of goes out the window with a different concept. But I don't know, it's cool. I think it leaves the fans wondering, like, who is the man in the fedora hat? Is
Really
Yosan
committed.
the one traveling in time, trying to fix something? There's some theories going on that I'm not like caught up on, but it's cool. It's cool. I like the lore.
Can we go back to pirates? Like
Maybe we will. I really
I like
don't know.
I like the pirate stuff, you know? Like
Lauren is not
sort
a
of
fan.
sort of on a boat. Wave is my favorite ATEEZ songs. Y'all know that. Everyone knows that.
Wave.
Wave is my favorite ATEEZ
That
song.
was their first win, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Wow.
I still think it's an amazing drop.
Well, I clearly support ATEEZ's
That's good.
future direction. I want more of this. I
Hey.
think they can do a good job without going back to the annoyingly bombastic music.
When I went to Korea,
Yeah.
one of the albums Anita wanted was an ATEEZ album, right?
Right,
It was,
right.
yeah.
I
it
went
was
to
really
12
hype.
stores to find it. I found
Oh
it
my
in
God.
Yongsan.
Really rare.
I found it at the mall next to Yongsan Station. No one spoke any English there. That was some charades going on trying to buy that one. It was so
Yeah.
hard to find. That one and like Fancy version A was their two hardest. Fancy version A I ended up eBaying because I couldn't even find it in Korea.
Oh my God.
All the
went-
stores said we don't have it. Like,
You went to iPark in Yongsan next to the Techno Mart where they sell electronic parts.
I went to oh no. So there is a music I think Sayonara is in that, like in the electronics build. There's a music store in that electronics building.
Purple, isn't it Purple Records or something?
Yeah, so that
Well,
they
yeah,
didn't
but there's one that's famous.
they didn't
Yeah, yeah.
have it in the mall. There was like some equivalent of like a Barnes and Nobles where they have books
Oh.
and music. I found it
Tracks.
there. Yeah, I went there. I think.
Yeah.
I
You
got
went
it.
to the iPark Hot Tracks
Yep, at Yongsan Station.
in
the one that's
Yongsan
attached to-
Station.
Dude, I was trying to find the album, bro. Finally found it.
Oh my god.
It was a
So-
pirate hunt for a treasure.
Honestly,
We were looking for one piece.
Honestly, it was a pretty fun part of my trip trying to like track down music stores and find it though. So I had a
Scavenger
good
hunt.
time.
Didn't you drag your family along with that though?
Hey man, also the jjajangmyeon at Yongsan Station is good for some reason. There was a Jungkook Jeep there, and it was pretty good.
Near
right.
Yongsan is where all the ajoshis are, so the ajoshi food there is just
It was kind of
lit.
good.
Yeah.
All right, other big releases this week. Baekhyun released a song called 0%. Super Junior's Sungmin released Good Night Summer. Makes sense, the seasons. We had two debuts. Eye Chilling released Gotcha, and Luminous released Run. Ihai released Red Lipstick featuring Yumire.
That's a cool song.
Ihai is releasing a ton of music videos like recently, sort of like the Akmu kids, so that's happening.
full
BB released Pado. Monsta X released an English song called One Day. And then today, Stray Kids released a B-side music video for Red Lights, and that's the one with Bangchan and Hyunjin. So that's off the recent album. All right.
Nice.
Spice King, last week, episode 155, Stacy's Stereotype. They picked up their first crown. Second place was From Miss Nine's Talk Talk, and third place was Red Velvet's Queendom. We're going to find out this week if Stacy can remain on top of the Soju chart. All right, new candidates this week. We have Purple Kiss of Zombie, Hyuna and Dawn's Ping Pong, Blackpink's Lisa's Lalisa, and ATEEZ Deja Vu. Whew. I have a chart this week. I'm actually confident about it for once.
Wow. For once.
Okay.
What happened to you?
I don't know. I was just I didn't have a great time in terms of the music this week, right? You gotta leave Stacy's Stereotype in first place, y'all. You gotta leave it there. It is. I prefer Stereotype to ASAP. I know that might be crazy.
Wow.
But I think I've watched the Stereotype music video plus stages, I'm going to say like 60 times this week.
Oh my God.
I've been just watching Stacy this entire week.
Yeah.
Are they your
about
favorite
right.
group now?
Not the favorite, but they're definitely top 3.
Wow.
Second place, you gotta leave From Miss Nine's Talk Talk up there. It's a good song. It just ain't Stereotype. And then in third place, I'm going to give Purple Kiss of Zombie third place.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So that is my chart.
Go, Anita. Go.
I very, very much agree with Doug because my chart is exactly the same. Yeah, so I gave number 1 spot back to Stacy, Stereotype. I really, really like that song. I feel like I keep hearing like different variations. I think somebody shared in the chat. We have like a variation of it. Like, was it JYP? Like SM? Like,
what if SM made Stereotype? What if JYP made
There's so many of those out right now for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a catchy song. So I've seen the live stages, the choreo. Oh my God, the choreo is so detailed. I don't know. It's crazy. They make it look very easy, but it's hard. Second spot is Promise. I feel like the song has definitely grown on me. It's super catchy. I love the stage outfits. They're very cute. And in third place, Purple Kiss. I think it was definitely the more memorable track for me this past week. Not because it was like super amazing, but I don't know. It felt like easy listening to some extent. Like it was memorable. The concept was very clear. Like I don't know. It felt very straightforward. So there it is.
Purple Kiss by Zombie. I don't think it's a Zombie. Did I say something else?
No, you said Zombie.
Oh, Purple Kiss by Zombie.
By Zombie?
No, Zombie by Purple Kiss.
There you go.
Zombie by Purple Kiss.
Yeah.
Purple Kiss is Zombie.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That track. I don't know if it was easy listening. I do think it stood out a lot. I do think it was very memorable. There were a couple moments that I didn't like, but I do think there were a lot of moments that I enjoyed. But it's not on my chart today.
I knew it.
Unfortunately, it was a very close call. I'm not gonna lie. I sat around that for a bit.
ATEEZ in third?
ATEEZ is indeed in third place.
Oh, I'm so surprised. I didn't know you like it this much.
I'm liking this transition. I'm liking the transitions and the track as well. Very, very smooth. The track itself is very, very smooth. I can't believe it's this smooth. Oh, look at that. That's not the most impressive thing I've seen, but at the same time, I think it was pretty nice. I saw, given I enjoyed it, I put it on third. Let's keep it simple. Talk on second.
Yes.
Stereotype on first.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, great
Yes.
tracks. What can I say?
Something crazy is gonna happen today.
Oh boy,
The homies thing.
The
Are
the
they ready?
homies put Stacy in first place.
Let's go.
And y'all remember when we started we're in season 3, right?
Yep.
When we
No,
started
season four.
we're in season 4?
Season 4.
When we started season 4, one of the changes was if everyone gave it first place, including the homies, you get a double crown. So Stacy's stereotype is instantly Hall of Spice.
Stacy
Let's
girls.
Go.
The homies had good taste this week because they agreed with Anita and I. In second place, they
did.
have From Miss Nine's Talk and Talk. And in third place, they have Purple Kisses Zombie.
Wow, look at us. We're all friends.
That's kind of crazy. All right, so as a result, Stacy swept the chart this week, getting a maximum 20 points, double crowns, entering the Hall of Spice. They now have 2 songs in the Hall of Spice, along with ASAP.
Look at that.
Are they... Only them and BTS have 2 songs in the Hall of Spice right now.
That's crazy.
Second place this week, we have From Miss Nine's Talk and Talk. And in third place, so From Miss Nine had 12 points. And in third place, we have Purple Kisses Zombie with 3 points. Kind of crazy. Hall of Spice songs. I'm going to list them now for everyone at home. BTS's Dynamite, Twice's I Can't Stop Me, Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye, IU's Lilac, Stacy's ASAP, BTS's Butter, Taeyeon's Weekend, Sunmi's You Can't Sit With Us, and Stacy's Stereotype.
Wow. Look
Wow.
At that.
I did not expect that to happen, to be honest.
Didn't think it would happen that quickly.
No, but I mean, Stacy, I feel like is one of my most exciting futures of K-pop.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a little plant grow. It's just sprouted out of the
Yes.
ground. I'm seeing it little sprouts over here. I can't speak. That's how excited I am.
the fact that they're not from one of the big 4 agencies, being the Hype conglomerate, JYP, SM, and YG, makes them even more endearing to a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think that's a big factor in that. All right, I did not expect that to happen, but we're finally at show winners. There's a lot of them this week. Anita, hit us with them.
Couple. Yes. So we have Red Velvet with Queendom, won on the show music core and in Kigayo. So they're up to 7 total wins for that comeback. So congrats to them. They're still winning. And then we have Stray Kids Thunderous winning on show champion and M Countdown. So 6 total wins for that comeback as well. And then we have Limujin, Traffic Light, Music Bank, another win. So total of 2 wins for that one. And then we have From S9.
Woo!
First win ever on the show.
This is their absolutely their first music show win ever. It took 1,322 days for them to win a music show since their debut. Before I end part 1, I want to shout out some people in the Harold Homies, our patrons, who vote each week for the Hall of Spice type thing. Hey. And the funny thing is, we have people still voting for Dreamcatchers because, and Brave Girls After We Ride are still getting votes too.
Koro, my man.
No, it wasn't Koro this week. It was not
Koro. Dreamcatcher.
Oh, yeah, 2 people did, I think.
He was one of the people who consistently vote for Dreamcatcher. I don't read all the votes.
We don't miss.
Oh, yeah, Koro put it in first place this week.
I saw you, man.
Dude, the song came out, I think, I think
you said 41 days.
Yeah, 41 days ago or something.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Kind of crazy.
Wild.
But we're now at the end of part 1 of SojuTalk episode 156. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 156, where we discuss recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. Let's get it. All right. Some news broke while we were in our break between part 1 and 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
aespa announced a comeback with Savage. aespa's first mini album Savage will be released on October 5th with the title track Savage. The album will contain a total of 6 songs of various genres, and that's all we know right now.
That's exciting.
Interesting.
Looking forward to it.
There was a teaser on Twitter
Okay.
where like there's Black Mamba on the corner of the screen.
We're still in Kwangya.
We're just diving straight into Kwang. Apparently, you know what? I hope we get a 6-track storytelling adventure.
Ooh.
You know, where maybe like the 6th track is like Black Mamba remix, and like they're like, we're gonna fight against Black Mamba. Yeah, die, snake, die.
I think the most interesting thing here is we're getting physicals from aespa.
Yeah.
I've been
Yes.
very curious as to what the number's gonna be, because
Whoa, true.
it's gonna be massive. I think. I'm
think so.
going to guess 500,000 at least. That would be my guess.
Wow.
I think that big.
I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah, so when we get to Anita's story, she's also talking about rookie sales, so we can get back to aespa
Yes,
there.
yes.
Overall, though, I am willing to bet my house that the words Kwangya will be somewhere in the lyrics of this
Of
song.
course.
Yes.
Yes.
100%. I'll be so shocked if it's not.
I'll bet some money that Black Mamba's gonna be in there as well.
Fair.
In the mini.
Very fair. What happened to their cinematic stuff? I want more of that. It was cool, whatever that was, right?
Maybe it'll happen again.
Yeah.
I'm really
more
hoping so.
teasers.
And where's my aespa MMO? My SM
That was
universe
never
thing?
promised. That was never promised.
Hey, it's gonna happen. I'm speaking it into existence. But getting to some news we actually planned, right?
Yeah.
According to a number of industry officials, the 2021 Mamas, the Mnet Asian Music Awards, will be held on December 11th in Korea. Though efforts were made to hold it abroad, so they normally alternate between Korea and internationally or have them concurrently. But because of pandemic, it will only be held in the CJ E&M Contents World in Paju near Seoul.
Okay.
All right.
I guess it's happening.
Do y'all remember last year at Mama 2020 they had the what is it called? The girl with the smoke vacuum who
The
was
sanitizing.
the sanitizing lady?
Yes.
They gotta run that back. Like, please run that back.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
It's necessary still.
They hired some model to wear in this like spaceship outfit and sanitize the stage between people. Run that back real quick, please. That was hilarious. That was, for me, it kind of felt like Katy Perry and Left Shark, that kind of thing. Run it back. We want sanitizing model. We want her back. I think it's interesting that they're holding an award show during pandemic again.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the situation's a lot better than December 2020.
Not for
I guess.
K-pop idols. Everyone's getting COVID right now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, there's a few.
getting the vaccine. We're
Yeah.
getting the vaccine. Korea has less vaccine deniers, so I guess it's a little better.
Independent of COVID though, the end of the year shows are kind of the best thing. Every year
yeah.
it's free typically, and they do these cool stages. You get to see collaborations you normally don't see. Mama's probably the most significant of these shows, so I'm kind of excited for that. All right, Anita, hit us with that news story now.
Yes. So the big rookie Stacey's Stereotype has now surpassed over 110,000 copies on Hantao. So I don't know, those numbers, they're looking good. They're
So-
gonna get bigger.
Yeah, Hanto numbers mean someone went to a store and bought that album or ordered
Physicals.
that album
Right.
physical.
Yeah.
So that means someone bought it that's a fan or a consumer. 100K for Stacey's kind of good, right?
Yeah, and it's also a mini, so there's like 6 tracks on this, 6 or 5. Not even the full album, and we're getting good numbers.
Yeah, if you so Statum, which released in April, right? That also sold around 75,000 copies. So they're sort of hovering near 200K on the year. If I remember correctly, the number from last year to be 10th place was somewhere in that area.
For 10th.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy from
That's
Stacey.
crazy. It's a good trajectory. It's a good rise. You know, maybe they're not blowing up immediately on day one, but like I feel like a slow, steady build is a lot better than a huge pop off and then a drop down.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm loving it. There's nothing to criticize here.
Stacey's that group that like it's cool to like right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Right?
in.
Like
They're
it's
very
like yeah, Stacey and Weekly are sort of those groups, right? Like everyone's like,
Yeah.
hey. I know it kind of feels like that thing where it's like, oh, that's my team, you know? Like it's not like I'm cheering for the big dogs here. Like it's like that Stacey Girls is going down. Come on, be a part of it.
They're going up.
So if Stacey Stereotype, so going back to aespa, can sell 110,000 copies to consumers, this aespa number is going to be massive, right?
I mean, with their hype, right? Mm-hmm. They're definitely going to break that number, like 100,000 number. Mm-hmm. So at least 500,000, I think.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Like how I feel about aespa is they had a pretty slow, steady build up, and then with Next Level they blew up big time with the general public, right? I'm wondering what the transition rate is gonna be. How many new fans have they acquired? How big is their fandom now? How much did we convert the regular old Joes into big ass, Stacey fans? All
right. Well, here's some interesting
aespa fans, not Stacey.
Here's an interesting figure, right? Not a figure, but an interesting thing. I'm looking at iChart right now, right?
Okay.
At the moment, the Kid Laroi Justin Bieber stays in first place, right?
Best K-pop song ever.
Second place is that Imujin Traffic Light song, which is kind of going viral in Korea cafes right now. Yeah. Third place is still Next Level. It's still third.
It's been a while.
It's functionally the number one K-pop song still.
I think it's safe to say that's one of the biggest songs of the year.
Yeah, it's right? People loving that song.
Yeah, also I feel like the appeal of Next Level was also that it kind of blew up with the general public, not necessarily just like people who like K-pop, because I feel like I see it a lot with people who are not typically fans or like we're not aware of aespa. So to answer what Warren was saying or asking about, like, does this transfer to new fans? I think very much so. I think yes.
No, my question is like, how much did he transfer?
A lot, I think.
I hope so. I'm YouTube every day feeds me videos about aespa, and I'm like, I guess I gotta watch. Guess I gotta watch Karina do the dance. Like that thing again.
Me too. I'm not really on TikTok, but like I sometimes just browse through the YouTube Shorts, which is basically they just take them from TikTok anyway. Right, but like aespa ones are all over the place on that too. And going back to Stacey though, Stereotype 23 on iChart, ASAP 26. So they're moving up in the world real quick. All right, finally for third prepared news topic, Warren. This one's kind of absolutely nuts, this one.
Yeah. Look at this. The group I criticize the most nowadays. It's Blackpink, y'all. They've become the most subscribed artists on YouTube worldwide. And all of YouTube, I'm including everybody, worldwide number one over here, right? YG Entertainment shared that the number of subscribers has passed 65.2 million as of September 10th, which is number one among the male people, the female artists, everywhere around the world. Everybody is subscribed.
We talking everyone, like Ed Sheeran, Grande, Drake, Kanye. They have the most subscribers among everyone.
One Direction, Justin Bieber, well, everybody. Taylor Swift, nah, they ain't got poo-poo on.
It's Blackpink in your area. That's kind of nutty,
their star
right?
power
They're the
is
revolution.
just like immense. I feel like I always forget, but every time like the numbers come up, I'm like, dang, they're big.
If there was a Blackpink pop-up store in Soho or something, it'd be nuts, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's kind of interesting because we always say like, Blackpink is obviously super hyped. The social media game is it's doing really well for Blackpink. We just need more music, though, right? We want music. People want more merch, things like that. People are begging to throw more money at Blackpink, right? They just need an outlet to do it.
More than they already do, because, I mean...
You know what's next?
Crazy.
Blackpink gotcha game. Straight gotcha.
Oh, no.
They would make so much money from that, don't you think?
Genshin Pink?
Genshin Pink.
Oh, man.
Blackpink Impact, yo.
Oh, imagine if Blackpink joins as the new characters of Genshin. That would blow up.
Have you seen this a couple weeks? So the PUBG Blackpink video, like trailers and stuff, and the videos connected.
They're joining PUBG?
They're already on it, dude. There's videos.
Dude, I was joking when I said they should join.
No, if you look up Blackpink PUBG, there's like videos, dude. It already happened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
It's great.
All right, other news. Let me go through these. So we got 2 BTS ones. In terms of BTS, though, happy birthday to our Mod No Bias Nuna. It is her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
But this week, BTS's Butter topped the Billboard Hot 100. I believe this is from the last week's charts for the 10th week. And yeah, so it's not 10 weeks in a row, but overall 10 weeks they've been number one on Billboard Hot 100. And this is the 15th week after its release, and it still happened.
Look at that.
Second one, this one happened today. Coldplay announces upcoming single with BTS. On September 13th, Coldplay dropped the teaser image for their upcoming single, My Universe, which will feature BTS. The single will be released on September 24th, and pre-orders for the limited edition 2-track CD are up for sale right now.
Nice.
Who would have ever thought Coldplay and BTS would have a collab?
What is that
kind
gonna
of
sound
excited.
like? Yeah.
It's gonna sound like Viva La Vida, but with
I like that.
But with RM rapping at the end.
Okay.
Hey, people would like that.
I would like that too.
That
Yeah.
could work.
All right, next one, kind of oof news. So Dispatch released conversations involving current and former AOA members, including Kwon and Jimin. So for background information, back in July 2020, former AOA member Mina wrote posts detailing years of harassment from the group's leader Jimin. On September 8th, Dispatch released the messages and transcripts of conversations related to the situation. It's really messy. It's basically just like Kakao chat logs were leaked.
Oh my.
Like the direct chat logs. No one's looking really good in this situation. As you've known, this has been like an ongoing thing for the last year. You could look them up. We don't really feel the need to talk about them all that much, though.
Yeah, we're better than TMZ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next, Soyu. So Sistar Soyu has finally parted ways with Starship Entertainment after 11 years.
Wow. Oh my
It's the end of an era there. Yeah. I don't know. If I remember correctly, she was the last one still at the label too. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. In terms of other news, La Boom has signed with Interpark Music Plus and will be making their comeback as a 4-member group. So Soyeon, Zien, Haein, and Solbin will remain with the group, while leader Yoo Jung has announced that she has decided to leave the group after 7 years. So similarly to the Brave Girls Rollin' hype, one of the older La Boom songs got like low-key popular in Korea a bit. So I think they're riding off of that hype. I'm kind of happy. I'm a pretty big La Boom fan. I did like a lot of their releases, and they just never got the attention that they deserved. That's how I feel about it. But they are getting. Which one?
Oh, the track that blew up this year was "Journey to Atlantis," or also known as "Fresh Adventure."
I like that song. Yeah.
Yeah, it was going up the chart for a while.
Yeah, so I'm just happy that they're getting more comebacks. I remember like even towards the I'm gonna call it the end of the first run, they were like crowdfunding some of the comebacks and stuff. Like not the best look ever. All right, in terms of people joining stuff though, IZ*ONE's Kim Minju is the next artist to join Bubble. So
Oh.
I think Chaeyeon joined last
Bubble.
week, and now Minju. It kind of sets in stone that they're sort of doing it's not even a music career with Minju right now, but she's like a MC on certain things, you know. So
Personality.
yeah. It's not like her label has other people to throw with her though, so I think that's the problem. And lastly, former Icon member BI has been sentenced to a probationary period of 4 years and a fine of about $1,000 USD, community service and drug education classes. So he has been under like there's been like a case due to his drug use in the past, and it's kind of the reason why he left Icon. He got off pretty light here, so I think everyone's probably happy with the outcome. You know, it is what it is. Drug laws in Korea are way stringent than it is, way more stringent than it is here in the United States. But based on what happened, this is pretty light sentencing for him. So good for him because he's been releasing pretty good music lately. All right. Announced big comebacks though. We have Woo-sung, shout out to Wolf, the Rose frontman Woo-sung, September 23rd. Cosmic Girls via Universe, September 23rd as well. Coldplay x BTS, December 24th. Victon's is it Do Hanse, I want to say? So he's releasing a solo album on September 25th. Cypher, September 28th. Hot Issue, September 29th. And now aespa, October 5th.
Let's go.
Oh.
All right, State of the Nation. I heard that Warren saw some movies this week.
Yeah.
Movies.
I saw one movie on Saturday and then one movie on Sunday. First of which is one of the hot Marvel movies, making its round these days. It's Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, boys and girls. It's here.
Yes.
Finally got to see it. Went into the theaters, which I felt a little iffy about. But hey, you know, I was vaccinated. I had my mask on. So might as well. And you know what? On one end, I was like, man, it's interesting being back in the theaters again. You know, we got the people loud on my left, the people making a lot of noises on the right side. Hey, I guess that's all a part of the Shang-Chi experience that Marvel really wanted for me. So I'll take it. And here's the thing, right? Like I've been, especially in the recent couple like years, I've become a huge like Marvel fan.
Yep.
It's been one of the media franchises that I follow a lot. Apparently, I don't know. It's somehow transitioned into that way, especially with like the Disney Plus shows that are coming out. And one of my qualms with Disney, Marvel in general is that I don't like a lot of their origin stories. Well, the movies that are centered around the origin stories. The only one I liked a lot was Guardians of the Galaxy, which, frankly speaking, it's very different from a typical hero origin story. You know, they gain their power, you know, go through their first conflict. We don't do a lot of that in Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's very different. While on the other hand, Shang-Chi did feel okay. You know what? I don't want to spoil anything, but it is an origin story. It is the first movie in the Shang-Chi franchise. And without spoiling things too much, I had a fun time. I liked it a lot. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
It definitely was one of my favorite movies that came first in the franchise.
Okay.
Okay. Set it up.
Yeah, it was nice setup. There's a couple connections to Marvel, which I think you can expect at this point. Gets a little draggy at points here and there, but if you guys like action, if you guys like seeing people punch and kick each other, you'll probably like this too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mans has 3 more rings than Ariana Grande. It's got to be good. Yeah.
How did you like the soundtrack? Because I hear a lot of stuff about it.
Yeah, people have been talking about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I did a listen a while back because people seem to be enjoying it. The majority of it seems to be produced overall by the ADA Rising people.
Right. Yeah.
Especially with some of the Higher Brothers folks, a couple American rappers, then you have a couple Korean people on there as well, like the DPR folks, as well as Zion T featuring Hoshino Gen, which is a collab I didn't know I wanted. Yeah. Hoshino Gen is like one of the biggest J-pop artists.
Yeah.
Period. Right now, like and Zion T obviously is Zion T. So that was pretty cool. Not like the most interesting album I've seen in the long run, I guess. But you know, it was fun. It was alright. It was about what I expected.
Did you think it complemented the movie though? Like, because I feel like that's what I.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not like a huge like film cinema nerd over here. You know, like. Mise-en-scène, you know, I don't do that. But like at the end of the day, I like the movie more than the soundtrack album. Not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of K-pop-ish people on this album. I'm looking at.
Yeah, like, there's a Sori on it.
Sori from the TXT song, she's on there. We got Mark Twain and BB's on a track. Over here.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Rich Brian. He's gone a long way from Rich. I ain't gonna say the rest of the name of the song.
He rebranded.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was really kind of. I was thinking a lot, however, because at the end of the day, I am a Korean dude at heart, and I was like, what if this was a Korean movie, right? Like, cause to give you the basic premise of the movie. Shang-Chi is the main dude. His dad is like a conqueror, basically. He's a really powerful dude. And he has like the 10 rings. If you watch this trailer, you know what I'm talking about. And he's like almost like a crime lord of sorts. And I was like, Koreans are good at crime movies. Like, what if like there was a crime movie and Marvel was in it? Like, that might have been pretty cool, you know? It's probably never gonna happen. The market's not big enough. But hey, you know, I can dream. The other movie I saw on
this one got heated in the pre-discussions for the show.
Anita's crazy. Yeah. Anita and I have been disagreeing with everything nowadays. LaCroix is great, by the way.
Oh my, no.
LaCroix is great. I have a can right here.
Why?
I don't think I've ever drank LaCroix. I'll go buy one and let you know if it's good.
No,
this
Doug,
week.
you're gonna be so disappointed.
It's just all right. It's not amazing.
What flavor do I go buy?
It doesn't
Pamplemousse.
matter though. It doesn't
What?
matter. It all tastes bad.
Okay, I'll write that down. somewhere.
Pamplemousse. Anyways, going back to the second movie I saw Ponyo, which is one of the staple Ghibli movies.
So cute.
It's a story of a fish, a mermaid. Can I go into spoilers with this? I don't know. Look,
It's been out for a while.
right. It's about what you expect. The plot is pretty simple. It almost feels like I'm watching like a children's tale of sorts, like a folk tale.
yeah.
And it was trippy as all hell, and I was confused, and I was like, what is, first of all, why do certain characters exist, you know, like they just pop out of nowhere, and they look like they're partying when the whole town is flooded, suddenly people are getting married, like there's suddenly this guy, like there's like so many things that happen without reason, randomly, and my adult brain is like, I will not accept this is inconsistent. I do not like this. Please give me a thorough world explanation on why Ponyo does these things. And I don't know. It's one of the few Ghibli movies that I haven't watched until recently. Like other stuff I've seen several times. Spirited Away, Laputa, Howl's Moving Castle. What else?
There's a lot more.
What about the cat? I like the one about the cat.
Which
Totoro?
one?
No, Totoro's
That's a good
Totoro.
one. That's another one.
That's a good one too. That's the
Okay,
best
I'm just
one.
naming Ghibli movies.
Yeah, the one where like the girl turns into a cat because
That's the
she's a good
Cat's
person.
Return.
The Cat's Return. It's called 고양이의 보은 in Korean. That's
Oh.
why. And those movies are great. They build up a really nice plot. And I have a fun time watching. And with Ponyo, I was like, what is going on? Why is this so trippy? I don't know what's going on.
It's not
It looks
that
great.
trippy. What do you mean?
You don't think it's trippy?
Okay, I feel like I saw the film a long time ago, very close to when it was originally released.
In 2008.
Yes, so closer
Okay.
to that date. I don't think I saw it on the year that it was released, but somewhere around the time where it was adapted into the English. I saw it, and I was keeping up with the production before it was released, like the teasers, the trailers. So I kind of had an idea of like, oh, this is kind of a retelling of The Little Mermaid in
Right.
like a very, like you mentioned, like a very childlike story tale, like I don't know, a very different perspective, right?
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of magical things going on, but they don't seem like absurd in like the context of the film. I'm just confused as to what you found confusing.
Okay. I feel like we're diving too deep into Ponyo on a K-pop podcast here.
That's true.
But watch the movie for yourselves if you haven't seen it already. If I'm tripping, let me know.
We can agree on that the song is really nice. The theme song.
Ponyo,
That is such a
Ponyo,
cute song.
Agasakara. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was my weekend. I saw 2 movies. It was a fun movie. I liked it. I saw
Cool.
I saw a billboard of Jenny in Soho in her undies. It's kind of awkward. Not gonna lie.
It was an
Blackpink
ad.
Jenny?
It was an
Blackpink
ad.
Jenny?
Blackpink
Okay.
Jenny. Yeah.
Calvin Klein?
Calvin Klein in the gray heather gray undies, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess she's there.
I did want to say a quick shout out, like really, really quick. I finally tried Popeyes this past weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, it was nice. It was good.
yo, Anita, was that sandwich bussin' though?
Okay, I will say this. I was a little like put off because the line was like ridiculous. Like we
Yeah,
couldn't even
buddy.
go
Wait,
into
it's
the
long?
building. No, the one that I went to was like an hour away from where I live. It was like ridiculous. You couldn't even go into the establishment, like the parking lot, because the line was that long. Like you would be out on the street. But anyway, after the wait, it was like I don't know if I was just like really hungry, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, buddy.
I would say like the thing that I found most memorable about this, I got the spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
The batter mixture is so crunchy.
Uh-huh.
I'm very impressed.
They got
Yeah.
they got the best chicken sandwich out of the staple American fast food chains, in my opinion.
Really? Better than Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I've had Chick-fil-A, and I don't know. This was interesting.
better. It's better.
All right.
The chicken was good.
You know, I haven't had Popeyes in a while. There's
should go
one
get some.
nearby. I might
Yeah.
go get some tomorrow.
In terms of what I've been doing, you know, my coach, he even renamed himself on the server to Coach Max.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been grinding some Overwatch. If you know league tiers or anything, we're in like mid to high silver now. We're trying to get the platinum by the end of the season. That being said, today I went on a 9-game losing streak, so
no.
we're into the thick of it right now. That being said, a lot of people on our server were also playing Bloons Tower Defense right now, which is a really old game. I used to play it in high school.
Wait, which version? 6 or 7?
never heard of
Six.
it.
It's on Steam. It was on sale for $1 earlier in the week.
Oh,
now
wow.
it's only $10 even at full price. You basically have these monkeys. There's these balloons coming. You gotta pop the balloons. And you buy these monkeys to do it. Really fun and relaxing. And we've been co-oping 4 people to play it lately.
Oh, there's co-op?
There's co-op where
Wow.
you're like, oh, give me some money. I need to buy this upgrade before we die type of deal. So
Wow.
it's been kind of fun. Yeah, nice. Anita, you've been doing anything else but eating chicken sandwiches?
Actually, no. That was
All right, chicken sandwiches. It is time though for Girls Planet 999 episode
yes.
6.
Goo, goo, goo.
You know, I thought this episode was just gonna be all like filler and like back like getting ready for the next stage, but no, they just did some of the stages today. They kind of had to, right? There are 11 stages that we're gonna have to watch. We saw 4 of them this week. 11's a big number. So the way they did it, you were either in a 3-member group, a 6-member group, or a 9-member group. So the 3-member songs were 2PM's My House, which is for vocal, Show Me the Money VVS, which is for obviously for rap, Uwonjae's We Are, which is also rap, Taeyeon's All About You vocal, ITZY's Mafia in the Morning vocal,
What?
and Megan Trainor's No Excuses, which is for dance. So how do we feel about the 3-member songs?
I have so many questions as to why they were chosen for the position they were chosen. I am very confused.
I think for the rap department, I have no complaints on the song selection.
Oh yeah, rap was fine.
Those are pretty like poppy rap songs too, you know, like they're
Yeah.
pop friendly.
They're
right?
pop friendly, they're popular, and they're
Yeah.
easy. I want to emphasize how easy some of these tracks are.
Yeah, and Uwonjae made an appearance on the show, so it makes
That was
complete
cool.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Good to see the lad. He's younger than some of the participants on the show.
Really? Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah.
He's a
Some of
Mindy
the,
Sixer. Yeah.
Since some of the kids don't speak Korean all the way, one girl goes, "Oh, his voice is very sexy," and I'm like, "All right, you're just gonna say it, all right, you know." That being said,
But-
Mafia in the Morning vocal. Oh.
What happened there?
So there
What
is so in an act to be fair on YouTube, there's like highlights for each kid, right?
Okay.
So you can see parts of this performance already. Like I watched
Oh, yeah.
Mashiro in it.
Okay.
It's vocal. They're doing vocals. Like there's not much dancing. Yeah.
But the song has a lot of rap in it.
I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, part of the missions, right, in this stage or in this, what do you call it? This part of the
Round.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to like arrange.
You have to arrange
Yeah,
or
arrange,
choreograph or write your own
write.
raps. That's
Yeah.
like the main things. So, this is the combination round. And Suyeon, right after he said combination, she's like, combination pizza? I'm like, all right. So those are the 3-member songs. It's kind of interesting. 3 members seems like not many kids, right?
That's
Like,
tough.
Yeah.
That's hard.
all right.
I mean,
and then we,
yeah.
oh, go on.
No, it's a good opportunity to shine if you
Yeah.
think what he got, right?
All right, and then we have 3 6-member songs. So we have B2B's "Missing You," which is vocal/rap. I really like that song. We have IU's "My C," which is vocal, which is an extremely difficult song. So good luck with
yeah.
that. And then we had the most surprising song out of all of them, Isoni's "Fate," which is for dance.
For dance.
That's
For
one of my
dance.
karaoke songs, y'all remember, right?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so confused by this.
It's like a ballad with a couple Asian sounding instruments.
What I was thinking is like, if this we got to be really ethnic then, right? Like that was instantly my thought, like traditional Korean or Chinese movements, maybe. Felt like that's what you had to do. And then we had 2 9-member songs, which were both dance: Blackpink's "Ice Cream" and Little Mix's "Salute." So And the way this is all working is if you're in a three-member song, you have to beat the other three-member songs. If you're in a six-member, you got to beat the six-member. And in the nine-member, you just have to beat the other nine-member song. So there are 2,700 points up for grabs in each of those mini competitions. And it is equally divided among members. So if you're in a three-member group, you end up with 90,000 points if you win. For reference, the cell that placed last place, right, this past week, barely had 300,000 points.
What?
Wow.
So they are giving out a significant amount of points right now.
You said 300,000
Yeah.
points
Yeah.
per person?
So that could
No.
basically.
The total cell last time,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
300,000 points.
So the benefit could really save you from a last spot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really significant actually. Other logistics, there are no more cells anymore, and each song is equally distributed with the country. So if it's a 9-member song, there's 3 Korean kids, 3 Japanese kids, 3 Chinese kids. That all makes sense to me. And of course, as they always do, you got to pick the song based on your rank order. So that's how the produce normally is.
Typical. Yeah.
They also gave information about the elimination. So there will be initially 30 kids eliminated from the 54 contestants.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's a big cut.
That's more than half. So that is 9th place through 18th place will be initially eliminated per country. That seems kind of nuts. And then eventually 3 will be saved again with Planet Pass. So the total save amount will be 27 contestants. So they are cutting literally half of the kids.
Dang.
Man, I feel like we're cutting a lot faster than they were for previous produced seasons.
Yeah, typically they go like 64, 36, and then you end up in the final show with like 22, 24, 20, something like
Yeah.
that. We're just cutting down to 27 in the second cut.
Yes, we going fast.
Are they
Zoom,
gonna
zoom,
do
zoom.
another elimination before the final?
They're doing the concept rounds, right?
Yeah, so I think there will be because they showed they showed the new songs at the end of
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah, they
trailer,
did.
so they did show those.
How many?
I mean, I guess it makes sense because they're picking less kids to begin with. Like, isn't
Yeah.
the group 9 people?
9 people,
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing that is fair, well, it's a double-edged sword. You have to beat other kids from your country in this round. That's how they're doing the eliminations. Which overall, if they're trying to keep the number fair, that's more of a fair way than the cells. You know, I think.
I mean,
But at the
maybe
same
we should have
time,
started with that.
at the
Yeah.
same time, if you have a stacked country, good luck, right? Like the Korean, there's a lot of notable like Korean
Dang.
kids, so good luck getting
Yeah.
through that. All right, let's go to the actual things that happened on the show. So there was like an initial practice phase where they kind of went through each group. Let's run through what we saw real quick. VVS stage, the twin that's remaining, Liang Jiao. It is her first time rapping. Ew.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, it was rough, right?
She was like listening. One more time, please.
more time.
One more time, please.
Oh no.
Child. Oh boy.
She got like, I bet you she didn't even, I'm going to assume she didn't even know the song VVS before she picked it.
Probably not. I don't expect her to, honestly.
No, I don't expect her to either, but like, I feel bad for the other kids in her group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some tension there.
I'm going to say I saw the highlight clip from her performance in VVS. It's gonna be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. The next one we saw, I didn't put every single stage here, but I put most of them. I put the ones with the notable kids. So we have We Are, which is Bora, Wonja, and Manami. The storyline here was none of us rap. That was the storyline here.
They were the ones that were left last, so they didn't have a
Right.
choice.
Yeah, and like particularly Bora was like, I'm a singer, and Wonja's like, I'm a dancer. What are we gonna do here? The next one was Mafia in the Morning, which is Mashiro, Fuyaning, and Jiwon. The whole storyline here was Mashiro was a little timid and was afraid of Fuyaning taking leader, but then Fuyaning was like, I think Fuyaning's been a little bit negatively edited throughout the show, but Fuyaning's like, Mashiro should be leader. I trust you, fam. And then they had harmony in this group, which no one expected.
Peaceful.
Surprising.
I like that.
All right, next one was No Excuses, which is Hikaru, Suyeon, and Juga, right? So in English, they write it Z-I-G-E, but in Korean, it's Juga. But like, it was basically Hikaru and Suyeon was like, I can't believe this girl joined our group. Was the storyline going in that one?
She was-
Wild girl.
No one
Yeah.
with vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "Aren't you a singer?" She's like, "I'm here now, though." The next one was My House, which was the Youngun Wang Yale.
Wang Yala.
Wang Yale. That was weird, right? Was it weird?
That was funky.
I'm stressed with Youngin. I'm like, oh.
Wang Yale
Yeah.
wants complete creative control. And the way she speaks English came off a little bit pompous, you know? Like, she's like, I've
bit.
composed for 6 to 7 years. I know what I'm doing. We're doing it this way. And then when she sang, it was funky. Like, I don't know what was going on there. Also, her haircut, like, I'm not a fan of it right now. Like, it aged her like 10 years, in my opinion. No, right? I don't think I'm crazy. It did.
What you mean?
She looked like a teacher, right? Yeah.
Teacher.
Next one, we had the Fate group, which is the most stacked one. So it's
Super stacked.
Zhaoting, Yujin, Yeso, Mei, Suruchi, and there was one Japanese girl who they never even showed on camera. Like, I don't know who's in this group with them, but five stacked kids. Some things I want to point out. Mei is pretty much Yujin's +1 now throughout the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Aww.
I feel like Mei needed to go in a different group. Because like she's in another group with all the popular kids, and she's like 5th up in that. So like, how is she gonna get any screen time? The next one was Missing You. So that is Yurina, Reina, and then An Jungmin are the notable kids in that one. We'll talk about more in that one when we get to the actual performances. But this one, the storyline is essentially Yurina, you're popular. We're giving you center, even though Reina probably can sing better than you.
Oh, Reina.
Yeah. The next one was My C, which was Jiyoon, Shana, Chaehyun, and then Rhoda, Shujuin. You know, Shana tried to do the high note here, right? Like, it just wasn't gonna happen, right? Because Jiyoon was like belting this note, and then Shauna's like, I can't really do this note. That being said, shout out to the other kids in this group who are really good singers, but they're like, there's no way I can hit that note.
It's a really tough note.
It's a very high
Yeah.
note. I don't blame him.
Next we had Ice Cream, which was Dayan, Gunmaya, and then Huning Bahie. The storyline here is Dayan's like, hey children, let's go to school. Like,
Follow me.
that's
I will
basically what.
lead you.
Yeah, she's like, children, we got this. And then the other one I want to mention was Salute, which was the Chai Bing versus Yoonjia solo for center matchup
yeah,
here,
yeah.
where
That was the thing.
they were like, do we want powerful or do we want sexy? And then they came to the conclusion, we want sexy, so they chose Chai Bing as the center. And other notable kids in that group were Doa and Hedim, who got saved with the Planet Pass last time.
Yes.
All right, finally, the performances we got this week. So the first one was We Are, which was rap, and that was Bora, Wonja, and how do I say her name? Manami. This turned out way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, you don't understand the level of secondhand stress I felt for Manami in this one. I was like, oh no. No.
Have you had to rap in Korean before, Anita?
No, but like the idea of like, oh, I cannot communicate. I have to like do this, and the people next to me are very much capable. Like, you know, like she felt like, oh, I'm dragging them down, and I mean, to be honest, like she was the one lacking in that trio, and because it's 3, like you can't really hide mistakes. Like everybody's got to pull their weight, and the storyline here was so nice.
So
it was
wholesome.
like so wholesome.
I
Buddha
thought-
is so nice.
Okay, Bora gives off like elementary school teacher vibes sometimes
You
on
want
this
her
show.
in your group projects. Like she
Yeah.
will help out.
I hope that
Pull through.
I hope that all 3 of these kids get higher up in the voting right now because they're all kind of
Yes.
borderline to make it. That being said, I thought Manami had the best rapping out of the 3. Manami on the beat, yo. Like, come on.
Aside from the pronunciation, yeah, and like, here's the thing, right? Like, it's one thing to rap in a foreign language. It's a completely another thing to write verses in a different language. It's
Yeah.
like, how do you do that? And she pulled it off somehow. Like, that was something.
Yeah,
Wild.
and I think it's good because this song had some places where Bora could show off her singing, which is obviously
Yes,
her
that
strong
was
suit.
nice.
So they did some nice harmonies. But overall, though, I was really nervous. I thought this could have been a train wreck, but it turned out pretty good. I don't think it was amazing, but it was good. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
It, at the very least, wasn't awful, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. That was a
Yes.
twist. It was a twist.
All right, next one, we had the ice cream stage, which is dance. And this was the Kim Daeon hard carry.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
she popped off on this song. Like, it was crazy how good she did. That solo in the middle, like, and she
The
pretty much
arrangement.
choreographed this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, her whole storyline has been like, I'm K1. I was the #1 Korean kid, but I'm definitely not as popular as the Japanese kid who got #1 or the Chinese kid who got #1. But put some respect on my name, and I think she really did that in this performance. But the other side storyline here was Ruan. They kept mentioning Planet Pass with her. Like, they're like, you should be happier here. You got to do better. You got to show us something. You're on Planet Pass. And I think that this points at this thing that's going on this season where they're really heavy-handedly pushing storylines that don't need to be pushed. What I mean by that, in this example, Wonja, who won in the previous performance, she also got saved by Planet Pass. It was not mentioned one time during the entire bit.
That's true.
But Ruan, they mentioned it about 6-7 times. Other kids in this group, Huning, Bahie, you know, she did her thing. Gunmaya was also pretty good. I think that Daeon did a good job of showcasing everyone in this group.
Wait, I wanna shout out somebody else in this group.
Who else?
Didika.
Yes,
She was so cute. She was
She's
so
amazing.
I thought she did. I don't know. I feel like Taeyeon did such a great job assigning the perfect like spot and timing for each of the members because I feel like it definitely highlighted their strengths. And when Ririka was on the front, I was like, yes, this makes sense. Eyes on her. Like I don't know. Props to Taeyeon for arranging everything and pulling it off, and also props to everybody else who worked really hard. And like I saw like the fixed cam stage for this. Like they were really good in their formations. Like I don't think anybody was slacking. Like even though they had the storyline with Ruan, I feel like she also pulled it off. So great teamwork here.
Can I make a take?
Yes.
I think Kim Daeon should be in everyone's top 4 for Korean kids, and number 4.
I would agree.
I think you should put Yujin, Yesa, and Chaehyun in the top 3, and then I think right after them should come Daeon.
I think I'm voting for Taeyeon instead of some of those people.
I might.
Fair.
Yeah, I might switch somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
was
think
impressed.
I just
What
think
can
that
I
more
say?
people should recognize that she's doing really well right now on the
sure.
show.
And also, if you don't have enough Japanese people to vote for, +1 with Anita said. What Anita said, Ririka is great so far.
She's so cute.
She's amazing.
Go Warren, keep going.
No.
The last thing I noticed about this stage, Tiffany needs to calm herself a little. Like
She liked it. She really liked it.
she was
What's wrong with being happy?
Daeyeon.
What? She was hyping
She's
them
like,
up.
I thought it was okay. I'm a huge Tiffany fan, right? I was like, oh my god! Like, she's like,
English came
I
out.
need to stand.
Yeah, the English came out.
She's an American person.
Oh, I thought it was really funny though. But like, you know, she was clearly excited about this stage, and like
I agree with her.
this turned out better than it should be, considering how suggestive the lyrics of Ice Cream are. You know, and they had like
true.
children in this stage, but they pulled this off well. I thought it was tasteful. I thought it was good. All right, the next stage we saw was No Excuses, which was Suyeon and Hikaru stage. Overall, this was pretty bad in the practice. Suyeon couldn't do the flip thing. It felt like she was under immense pressure. But on the stage, it was pretty good. That being said, I don't know. It just felt like it felt like it was missing something.
I feel like when I heard the song, when I heard that was the dance song, I was like, okay, this song's been out for a while. It's not super upbeat. Like, I was wondering what they were gonna do with it, and I honestly feel like it was a little bit of a struggle, choreography wise and arrangement wise. And I think that's part of the commentary they had in the midpoint review, right? That It wasn't very memorable. There wasn't a lot of interesting things to like grab your attention. I don't know if they completely fixed that in the final stage.
Ooh.
I agree.
And
Yeah.
and it's kind of a little disappointed because I know that they're really good dancers in this group. Like Suyeon, Hikaru, they're like top dancers in their respective areas as well. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit more, but I don't put all the blame on them because I feel like the song was not easy or like helpful in making it exciting and interesting.
Warren, are you gonna say something? No.
No, I mean I generally agree. Like it felt. I'm looking at the list of the 4 performances that happened. Right. This is definitely the least memorable. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Weak.
agree. I agree.
And I do feel like it's partially because the song choice was kind of like
Yeah.
got thrown in the bus a little bit.
Suyeon had a lot of screen time for this one though. I feel like she was the main character in this in this group, which is cool because I feel like she'll definitely get more fans, more voting. I just feel like it didn't really represent or like
Yeah. Is it me?
show. Yeah.
Hikaru stocks down at the moment.
What do you mean?
What do you
Sorry,
mean?
what?
If Hikaru's a stock on the stock market, we're trending downwards right now.
Oh,
That's what a lot of people
know.
are saying.
I feel
I mean-
like. Go ahead, Warren.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I feel like I might be prone to agree because I just haven't been like wowed at, is like her first performance in the auditions, right? Was like really, really good, and then it hasn't quite been that good since then. But I don't know. I feel like it's just been really weird, very maybe not lucky positions where like the Eve thing was like there was some rough stuff going there anyway, and then this, I don't know. Maybe it's poor choices. I don't know. I
feel
don't
like
know.
generally, right? Like you two were the ones on the Hikaru hype train. I was like, she's
Yeah.
alright. She's pretty cool. I like her. Nothing against her, but nothing for her either. She's very. I can tell she's talented.
Yep.
She definitely grabbed my eyes attention when she was doing the first introductory stage. With was it? She was in a gray T-shirt, something like that.
Kumbaya.
Boombaya, right? And like after that, she was there, and I remember her performing. It was just she was just there.
Yeah, she wasn't that good in the second stage either. The how I forgot what stage was she in. How you like that?
The Eve.
The Eve, that was her. She was just kind of there, right? Like
Yeah.
She here's the thing, right? She's not a part of the main plot. She's not a part of the judges going, "Wow, that was really great, Hikaru." By the way, you know that she's not a part of that.
Yeah.
You can see she's practicing. She's there in the performances. She's not getting like thrown under the bus per se, but at the same time, Mnet's not giving her like the prime attention treatment. You know, like
my
Yeah.
my trade trinity has been broken up in terms of voting.
Huh? Who do
The
you
girl
vote for?
I am now voting for instead of Hikaru is in the next performance. So, the final stage we saw in full was Missing You, which is the B2B song, it's vocal. I am now voting for Kubo Reina as my third
Yeah,
Japanese pick.
Reina's such a good singer. Yeah.
So,
That's great.
Kubo Reina hard carried this stage, but got a little shafted in the comments afterwards, I thought. So the whole storyline is Yurina is first place. For some reason, the judges then judge her 10 times as hard as everyone. Like, okay, to be fair, she wasn't good in the practice at all, right? Like, it was
rough.
not good. It was rough. And she kind of screwed everyone else because once she messed up, it was kind of a snowball effect, and it was just rough after that, right?
yeah.
That being said, I feel like they were overly critical with her. She's like, you have nowhere to go down. If you want to still be on the show, you got to step. I'm like, relax. Girl is voted #1 popularity here. Like, chill. That being said, we got to the stage. She did her thing. I thought she was completely overshadowed by Kubo Reina in this stage. And at the end, when they gave the comments, she got praised a lot. But then they said almost nothing about Reina. And I was like, what are we doing here?
or at least it wasn't shown on the recording on the
Right.
The
On the show.
episode.
I'm willing to bet money they said something positive, and then it was
I
like,
hope
it's
so.
not playing a part in the narrative. We'll cut it out.
It's nuts, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I do want to say that I in no shape or form blame Yurina at all for like getting the attention. And I feel like she's also very self-aware, which I think is cool. Because even when she knew that she couldn't do the high note, she was like, maybe we should switch parts. And I think that's good. But I was confused after they performed, and I didn't hear comments praising Reina.
Well, I mean, if you're sad about it, go ahead, give her your votes. Just like
buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
just like Warren, just like Anita. I don't know. I don't know what she's voting for. Probably not voting.
Anita, are you voting?
I have not.
Wow.
But you know what?
You
I think I have to.
Doing your democratic duties as a civilian.
People.
What kind of planet guardian are you, huh? What are you guarding?
I'm a weak guardian.
I'm a weak guardian? Anita. God damn it, Anita.
You know somebody that like kind of like stood out to me a lot also with this performance was Hyewon Lee.
Okay.
And it was a very short moment where like Yurina's very sad. She's like kind of like all like rolled up in her room. And then Hyewon pops in and she's like, "You're doing great. I know how hard you're putting in this effort. I think you're gonna do great."
That was so nice.
It was like the most wholesome moment in the entire show so far. And like suddenly I'm voting for this girl. I don't know.
She's the one that starts the song, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I really liked her tone of voice.
No,
Me
she
too.
was good.
Cool, yeah.
I also want to say An Jung-min has been consistently good throughout the entire show.
Oh, she was pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who I'm voting for at the moment? I'll just say it. The three Korean kids I'm voting for at the moment are Yoojin.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the list actually, just to make sure I'm not cheating anyone here. I'm voting for Chaehyun now. I'm on the Chaehyun hype train.
Go.
And then I'm in between voting for Yeseo and Dayeon, but I think I'm still voting Yeseo because I think she's going to do really well in this Fate performance. The Japanese kids now, Yurina, Mashiro, and now Kubo Reina. And then the Chinese kids I'm voting for is, let me get that. Shen Zhaoting, I'm voting for Suruchi, and I am voting for, who's the last Chinese kid I'm voting for? Oh, Wonja. That's the other Chinese kid I'm voting for. Yeah, I want Wonja to go further in the show. I don't think she's going to make the final group, though. But those are the kids I'm voting for this week.
My votes change every time I vote for people.
That's fair.
Frankly, because I don't have a strong one pick yet, you know? I was on the Chaehyun train for a bit. It was a fun train. It was a party train.
You got off?
I don't know. It just wasn't it.
Yeah.
Although I am voting for her a lot. Who else am I voting for? I'm looking at the list. Voting for Chaeyoon a lot too. Lee Chaeyoon. She's on VVS.
Okay.
I'm voting for Hyewon Lee a lot as well.
Yeah.
I feel like she has the potential to be the next Chaewon.
Oh.
Wow, that's a bold statement. Okay.
She's got a pretty steady following in Korea. That I'm noticing
That's
is
interesting.
very nicely building up.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she safely makes it to the next round. We'll see.
Wow. Big words.
In terms of the J Crew people, voting for Ririka,
Okay.
Yes.
voting for Yurina.
Uh-huh.
I used to vote for Ruan, but after
Vote for Mashiro, bro. Come on.
I'm going back and forth between a lot of people, including
Mashiro.
Yeah. I voted for Reina a couple of times too.
Good.
I think Mashiro's my one pick at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it is. Over what?
Like over the whole all.
Okay, it was originally Suruchi, and then I joined the Yurina hype train, and now I'm on the Mashiro hype train. That's the train I'm on.
How many hype trains are you joining?
I just keep changing. I transfer at the station,
right
bro.
there. Yeah.
I transfer once we get to the station. The last performance though, they did the cliffhanger one was obviously the Fate performance, which is dance. They were like, "Why is Yeseo crying? She's getting into the feelings of the show, y'all. Like, come on, acting, you know." I don't know why they even put that in. I thought it was really obvious that's what she's doing there. Maybe it's just me. I'm willing to bet money that will not be the first performance we see. It'll probably be the last one overall next week.
Probably knowing Mnet.
Overall though, good episode. Kind of long, 2 hours. Yeah,
It's like watching a movie every week.
Yeah, it is what it is.
A whole movie, an hour 50 minutes or 56 minutes in this choice.
But next week in terms of releases, right? Tuesday, tomorrow, EHIE and Wonho. We have a lot of Wonho fans on our server. Wednesday,
Yeah.
Mamamoo. Friday, NCT 127. And then on Monday, we have Highlights. Yosep is releasing something. So I'm going to
Wow.
guess Wonho, Mamamoo, NCT at a minimum, I would assume, based on what our homies generally think.
Yeah.
But this has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot at K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons. Based Mina, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Jedi, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, Malfiar, NJ Parks, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Malfiar, Max, No Bias Nuna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.